All right, here we go.
Alright, here we go.
Wait, here comes somebody. Wait.
That's her.
That's the room.
Mm-mm.
Did y'all lock the door? Wait up. I'm telling you, somebody fixing to walk in.
I'm Clint Colbert. Imagine you and your family are at a family reunion. You're surrounded by friends and family that you haven't seen in years. You introduce your family to your new friends and family. While you're standing there with your family, you notice that your cousin and uncle begin to smoke. The smell doesn't smell like your normal nicotine product. The smell has a skunk smell, and then you realize that they are smoking weed, so you become very offended. You feel disrespected and angered because they're smoking weed in front of your kids and in front of your wife. But then you realize that it's legal. Legalizing marijuana will boost the economics in our nation. According to the FBI Annual Uniform Crime Report, 49% of 1.5 million arrests are for drug abuse violations in 2011 was for marijuana. I read that the cost of marijuana law enforcement in the U.S. is $7.6 billion annually, and over the past 2 decades, marijuana arrests have increased. And according to the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, a total of 757,000 of the 1.5 million that I mentioned earlier, 43% of all drug arrests was for marijuana possession. People just holding marijuana on them, not smoking. In 2011, 2.6 billion Americans are incarcerated for federal, state, and local prisons for marijuana law violations according to Drug Policy Alliances. In California, according to the Legislative Alliance Office of California states that it costs $47,000 to incarcerate one person a year. I took it upon myself to do a little mathematics based off the research that I discovered. I found that if we didn't pursue marijuana violators, our nation would save $114.3 billion a year. Why are we pursuing people that smoke weed? In Colorado, marijuana is sold and taxed. The state is expecting to earn $2.4 million off of taxation by 2014. Also, this has allowed their law enforcement to save $12 million by 2014. As of right now, they are looking to save $6 million overall by 2017. I'm not crazy by saying that we should legalize weed. Experts also agree that legalizing marijuana would help our nation. Mayor Stanford Nels Franklin is a 34-year-old law enforcement veteran and an executive director of LEAP, states, and I quote, "Bringing marijuana above ground and out of the illegal market can only improve security for our communities, both here in the United States and in Mexico. As long as marijuana is prohibited, 100% of its profits are controlled by gangs and drug cartels." End quote. Also, Mason Turvant, co-founder of SAFER, goes to say that, I quote, "Whether they are large-scale drug cartels or small-town gangs, the vast supply and demand surrounding marijuana will ensure that they have consistent stream of profits to subsidize other illegal activities. Regarding regulating marijuana like alcohol would eliminate the income source and other activities." There are so many ways that marijuana being legal can help us. One way that legalizing marijuana could benefit our nation is by creating new jobs. Another way that it could benefit our nation is by opening up new medical research. Last but not least, it can also help by contributing to the reduction of drug-related crimes. Illegal marijuana is hindering our nation economics every year by $114.3 billion. That's $114.3 billion that we can be using to bring our nation out of debt. The way we can solve this epidemic is by voting to legalize marijuana. So I highly encourage you to go out and vote. And not because you're in favor of using, but because you're in favor of continuing to have our nation stronger, one of the strongest nations amongst other nations. Legalizing marijuana is like playing the lottery. Everybody that's in wins big. Thank you.